What is up? Time for a LaxFactor film review. And in this film review, we're going to look at a bunch of clips from Cornell versus Rutgers in the semifinals last season. And why I want to look at these is because I want to kind of illustrate why I think that Cornell and Cornell fans alike have very good reason to be very optimistic in the 2023 season because they have all these guys back. So let's start right in it with what we're going to watch a goal by CJ Kirst, and this is just absolutely the thing that nightmares are made of in terms of the defense. Let's take a look at this. We're just going to watch it through here. He's going to try to come down the right. Oh, there's the help. Roll back. Disgusting toe drag to a goal. That's just absolutely filthy. We're just going to watch this through again here. I might draw on it a little bit here after we get done watching Naselli and we get into the replay. But this is why offensively, CJ Kirst just one of the best in the game right now. Still young, too. So we're going to have a bunch more years. Now, what you're going to see, boom, he rolls it back and then just busts a disgusting toe drag on him. Let me run that back a little bit here because this is where I want to draw on this a little bit. All right, so he's going to come off the pick. As he comes off the pick, what he's seeing is an open field down here. We see defender heads back up there. We see the help defender is down here. So in his mind, he's going to say, hey, let's bring the guy down into this region in here because you can see we have a little bit of space to try to kind of attack and then pinch that in that area there. So let's go back to looking at this. And then the help comes. So we're going to stop it here. The help comes, and he sees that it comes. So he rolls back, and this is where the toe drag is just disgusting. As he's dodging here, he's going to see the help coming. Now, I don't know if he was planning this toe drag from the beginning, but he does. He sees, boom, we got a help defender coming to break him there, and he starts to go back. It's almost as if this was already in his head, though, because this defender, he hasn't broke down in a way that would really tell him one way or another what he could do. But one thing's for sure, he's not coming at an overly aggressive angle low. So what Kirst is going to do next is just unheard of and sick. Oh, there it is. Toe drag. Goal. Let's watch. I'll let you watch it. I won't screw it up and write on it this time. You can see he sees the help is coming. Rolls. Oh, there's the help again. Toe drag. Goal. It literally, it doesn't get much dirtier than that. That is just absolutely filthy. Now, let's just watch another one of Kirst. And this one isn't spectacular. This one really just shows his patience and his vision. What we saw there was his vision as a dodger and his ability to make a decision right off the bat. So we're going to watch another one here. And this is going to be, I think, the first goal of the game. So the patience here is what I'm impressed with, and I want to play it again. As you see, he runs his man off the pick, and at this point right here is where you've already run your guy off the pick. You're kind of getting doubled, so there's not a whole lot going on initially in his head. What I like, though, is that when he sees this guy peel back, number 26 here makes a bad decision. He's going to kind of peel back thinking that the defender may be able to get back and then hang with him. And it turns out to be a terrible thing because the defender's going to peel back, boom, and now you see wide open to the cage. Let's watch the replay. I won't write on it again. But what I like is the patience here. I like the fact that he sees the double there, but he just is like, hey, there's no urgency. He just keeps going down the side. And then once he sees that double peel back and there's no one there, he just naturally books it to the cage. And it looks easy. It is not easy. He had to make a split-second decision here. Right about here, the defender's there. Now you can see that defender's bottom foot kind of dropping out of him here. And then it's just, boom, I'm going. He realizes that he's not coming to stop me. Why wouldn't I just book it to the rack? And he does. I love that about Kirst. It shows a patience in the dodging. It shows an IQ that's off the charts for the most part. And that's just one of the reasons I think Cornell's going to be great. Now, one of my favorite midfielders in the country, he plays for Cornell, and it's Kelleher of Cornell. This dude is an absolute beast. So the first one we're going to watch here, this is a beast dodge from Kelleher out top. And he does this multiple times in this game against Rutgers here. Just mows over his defender and just scores. I'm not even going to draw on this one. We're just going to watch this all the way through because it just shows you the strength of this kid, the determination of this kid. And he does. All three clips I'm going to show of Kelleher All of them are pretty much the same goal. And watch this. And first we get to see Adler. Oh, no, that wasn't Adler. That was just a stupid turnover. There's going to be a couple of clips with Kelleher where Adler plays. But look at this. He just, what can you do to defend that? Granted, you could send help. That would have probably been beneficial to that poor defender there. And they didn't send help. Let's look at it here. And I lied. I am going to draw on this because I just can't help but do so. But let's take a look here. All right, look at this. Now, boom. It is very apparent that they are in trouble. That first push and that first drive, this guy is now a little bit off his rocker because Kelleher ran into him, but he's just going to keep coming down. And at this point, you could have sent, I'm guessing, that midi or that defender, Crease. Yeah, that defender. Jared, I think that's John Felix. I think you could have sent him there. And that could have at least disrupted the shot. He could have deflected it or whatever. What you're going to see, though, is that nobody goes, and he just one more push. It's kind of like just almost like a ward with your shoulder, but not so much so that they would call it. Just an incredible move here by Kelleher. He's just a filthy dude. Let's watch another one from Kelleher. Look at that. Boom. Just mows his dude over. And once again, patience. We see patience in the dodge. No need to rush anything or to force anything. We're coming into the middle of the field. I get the feeling if they had picked him up, he probably backs out. But once again, he comes down. He kind of sees what the defense is giving him, sees the defense is giving him a whole lot down the middle of the field. Here's Adler. We got to stop this because I do have to make mention of this because it's important. While I'm talking about Kelleher, because Adler's in this play, I need to just interject and just talk about Adler real quick. Watch this. Very subtle. Boom. Trying to feed the guy. Adler's right there, times it perfectly, gets a quick check. Adler on the defensive side of the field, the anchor of this defense. You got Ierlan back and everything like that as well. I don't have any clips of Ierlan to show, but we know Ierlan's back to anchor the defense from the cage. Adler is the heart and soul of this defense on the other end of the field, so he is also important. Then we're going to get back to Kelleher here after Adler, of course, picks the ball up and then takes off upfield with it. And just watch this. He's literally just going to get into the middle of the field, and the defense is going to have to make a decision again. The decision they make is let's not help against Kelleher. And once again, he just takes what they give him. He gets past his defender, and he gets that step, realizes, oh, help's not there. Let's just beat them to the middle of the field and go. Look at the strength. A big boy midfielder. I'm a big fan of this kid's. Watch it one more time. Great placement on the shot, too. Very tough for a goalie to track, so you can't blame him for that at all. But Kelleher, I'm a huge fan of. And here's going to be another one. And this is going to be another clip where we're actually going to see Adler and Kelleher in the same clip here. So what we're going to see to start is an Adler yard sale. Look at the beauty of that check. I'm sure you guys want to see that again, correct? Yard sale. Yard sale. I mean, perfect. Lifeblood of this defense here. Let's watch it one more time. Yard sale. That's just absolutely beautiful. And then we're going to come down here again. And once again, Kelleher just going to the middle of the field. Look at this. Look at this. He gets past that first guy. Oops, let me get my pen tool ready. Yeah. Beats this guy. And once again, just coming to the middle of the field. That's an ugly arrow. That's even worse. Let's fix that arrow. I want to make that arrow good. Gets to the middle of the field. Who is going to try and stop me? Logically, you would think this defender would try to come up and stop him. This guy's already in place right here. He could help with the crease. That would have made a boatload of sense. Let's see what they do. He does try to stop him. Kelleher just runs through it and scores a goal because he is big, strong, loves that right hand. You just and listen, the help came. The help probably you could make the argument the help came at a bad angle, but the help got there. Kelleher runs through it and scores a goal. I love that. One more thing, because we just got to see Adler's yard sale play here. Do we want to see it again real quick? I think we do. Is Adler, All-American defender, first-team All-American defender, specifically Adler. And there is one of the reasons we like Adler. But even just getting the ball upfield, look at this. Broken play situation, ball's on the deck. Adler goes up the field. So you love defenders that can take the ball away. But what about a defender that can pick the ball up off the deck, get it upfield, and give it to a guy like Piatelli so that Piatelli can score a goal? You got to love that about Adler as well. Let's just watch the run. picking up a ground ball, that's routine. That's routine, folks. But what I love here is your defender, your All-American defender, runs the point perfectly. He gets the ball up into field, and he waits until he draws that first defenseman. This was Piatelli's guy right here. This defender started here, breaks down, and heads over to Adler on the break. So Adler does this perfectly, even with his left hand, just turns back, and he's going to bang that Piatelli to Piatelli. That's just a textbook fast break. Here it is. Draws the guy, sees he drew him, hits Piatelli. Piatelli does the rest. Shot, score. You got to love that. Now, all well and good. So what? You got a really good attackman. You've got a really good midfielder. You got a really good defender. You've got a solid goalie that I haven't shown you yet. But here's one of the X factors for Cornell and why Cornell is going to be a serious contender for making it back to the Final Four, and that is because of Long here. We're going to see Long now, Michael Long. Does it get any easier than that wrap? Now, listen, easy goals, but what I like about Long is his ability to get from X to out front, and specifically to get the high side. Now, Long really is a jitterbug, but this is where the defender goes bad. We're trying to guard a quick player like Long back here, already in a bad position. Long now makes contact, and this is why I like Long. Long is a little dude, but Long is not afraid to get in and on his defender on his way to the rack. So we see him do that here. That's a bad place to be with Long, because now it becomes a foot race to the high side, and not too many people are going to beat Michael Long in a foot race to the high side. So the rest of it's history. Boom. Help can't even get there. It does kind of try, but he's got the high side already on him. And that's the end of the story here. And Long, I don't want to call him the quarterback because they don't have a quarterback per se. Kirst is going to quarterback when he has the ball in his stick. Long is going to quarterback when he has the ball in his stick. But Long, traditionally, he's going to go up that other side, and we're going to see that. Now let's watch this replay, and we're going to see this happen again. At this point, that was his fourth goal of the game. He had 4 goals and 1 assist in this game. I'm going to pause it here. I won't draw. Right there. Defender makes a bad move. That's just a bad angle to be trying to guard him. If you're going to try to guard Long, I'm going to draw on it. I lie all the time. If you're going to come out here and guard Long, you cannot be guarding him. That's bad. You can't be guarding him like that from this angle. With Long, you've got to have him, especially when he's here, you've got to have him bottled up there. You need to be attacking him and getting that push in here, because you want to force him that way or this way. You do not want to approach this with a bad angle and come in here like this and then just give him all that space to the top, because even though you're going to see the help try to come, it's too little too late. I mean, Long is just too good, too fast, and he's going to get that high side, wrap around, score. We'll watch the other play here from this side. That's the mistake. Wrap around, score. You can make the argument the help could have come from a better angle, and it could have, but that defender got beat so badly, I'd posit the help didn't have time to get there. Let's watch one more here. We're going to watch. This one's going to be Long again. And this one doesn't get any simpler. You could say, hey, why are you showing me this clip? I mean, that was just too easy. Too easy, right? But once again, what we're going to see is as the pick gets set, and this is a really good pick, this defender should have hedged it. Now, the mistake here was if you're going to try and help with the pick in this case here, what this defender should have done was he should have already come out here. He should have been trying to stop Long here, even if he was just going to help, because then the defender would have had time to try to recover, get under, do whatever he had to do. They could have turned it into a double team, whatever. But that's not what that midfielder does. He comes out here, and same thing that I said before, he's trying to get Long to stop as he's getting close to GLE at that angle instead of this angle. So Long is instead, there's no line here. The line's there. He's going to just run straight through it. There's no other help here. His defender's already completely taken out of the play, and we're just going to see Long wrap right around for a goal. And I really will stop now. Hands up. We're just going to let you watch the rest of this without me touching anything. Moral of the story, Cornell between Long, Kirst, Ierlan and Cage, Adler on defense, and the list goes on. Kelleher at midfielder. Cornell has no shortage of talent, and they have that talent all over the field. I'm already a fan of the scheme defensively that they play, But it's these guys that make me feel very confident that Cornell, we're going to see kind of a repeat of their 2022 outcome. The LaxFactor Podcast.